Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 2.1 part 2 of Algebra 2 Math today. And 2.1 part 2, use properties of exponents. Here is our standard. And we have a 20-point skill sheet for classwork today. We have 0 points for note taking. So getting right into our part 2 lesson today, we have standardized test practice form of problem. What is the simplified form of this expression here? And then here are our choices here. So let's simplify this a little bit. Power of a product property. So we have this situation here where we're squaring what's inside the parentheses here over our denominator there. So we separate off here our two terms inside our parentheses to use power of power. And then we end up x to the negative 6, y to the 6 over x to the 5th, y. And then we go ahead and use quotient of powers. Now we had a denominator. We're going to use the quotient property of exponents there. So we have x to the negative 11th, y to the 0, which is 1. So x to the negative 11 times 1. We just get x to the negative 11th be 1 over x to the 11th power. So it would be B would be the correct answer to that one. Now let's go into our guided practice here. Simplify this expression. And then students, this is yours down here. Pay attention so you can get a clue on how to do yours. Independent practice. So moving into our guided practice here, we have a situation here where we have a power out here. So we're going to raise both of these terms here. We're going to square both these terms in our numerator and denominator. Power of a quotient property here. And so when we get through squaring, we have s to the 6th over t to the negative 8. Power of a power. And then this flips up here because it's a negative exponent. So we have s to the 6th, t to the 8th would be a simplified form of that expression. Into example 5, Betelgeuse, one of the stars found in the constellation Orion. Its radius is about 1,500 times the radius of the sun. How many times as great as the sun's volume is Betelgeuse's volume? Let r represent the sun's radius and 1,500 r represents Betelgeuse's radius. So here's Betelgeuse over the sun. So here's the volume of a sphere. Formula here, 4/3 pi r cubed, and we take our r here is 1,500 r cubed. Here 1,500 r represents Betelgeuse's radius. So we immediately start canceling here, power of a product. So we cube this through here. And then we end up with 1,500 cubed r to the 0 because we use quotient of powers here. So it'll be r to the 3rd power minus 3. So we have 1,500 cubed is what we would have times 1. R to 0 is 1. 1,500 cubed is this number here. And we'll use your calculator if you wish. So it's about 3.4 billion times as great as the sun's volume is the volume of Betelgeuse. So into a guided practice, simplify this expression. Students, this is yours down here. You have a scientific notation problem here. You've had practice with this by now. So we're going to do our guided practice. Write this down as part of your classwork. So we have our situation here. So we're going to combine like terms here, 7y squared plus negative 4. So we're going to use our product of powers property here, y squared and y to the negative 4 power. And then we have z to the 5th plus negative 1. So that would be a product of powers property there. And then when we go ahead and do our adding and subtracting of powers, we end up with 7y to the negative 2 power z to the 4th. is what we would end up. And 7y to the negative 2z to the fourth, we would flip this down under here. 7y to the negative 2 power will be 7z to the fourth over y squared. And that is 2.1. Part 2. Part 3 is available here at this email, as well as worksheets and all this other stuff. Thank you.